All right, guys, just as promised, I will be here with a trade breakdown video on GBPJPY today. So let's dive right into the charts. I was looking at the daily at first to look where my bias was. All right, at the moment, this wick was already formed and it was moving up and it was already breaking actually above here. So what does it say to me? It says to me that it wants to push up. I was being realistic as there is some resistance over here in these candles and above here that this push might not last. So with that in the back of my head and that we have a bearish short-term trend, I was going to the lower time frames. Well, looking at the 4-hour, this was just closed. It closed above everywhere over here. And here we got our new open. So that was pretty bullish for me as well. 1-hour open, it was around here. We had our 8 o'clock candle, right? And it was moving quite nicely. It broke below, created some type of liquidity wick. And what is liquidity wick? It wicked below this candle to pick up some stop losses or some orders, right? And then move back up. So that's another confirmation for me, and that was pretty nice. Then we go to the 30-minute. That's where I chart up most of the time. I have my 4-hour zones as well, but at 30-minute I do my zones where I want to take trades from. So the first zone we drawn was here. Second one that we drawn was here, if I remember correctly. And then we were targeting around here. Boom. As our next zone of resistance. This was a little bit of a messy zone as well, and I will come back to that. So that's why I didn't have some zones drawn, because it would be quite messy. But I did highlight this one just for myself. All right, so here we are. And I charted it up as this. Buys above here and above here. Sells could happen below here. And the most important thing right over here is my support to form. And why? Because on lower time frames, we are also in a bullish trend. The higher time frame, right, was retracing and making a bullish move. But in the short term, if you look at this, we are being pretty bullish. So as we are bullish, I wanted the price to break above. Well, it did break above, all in pre-trade sessions. I trade from 8 till around 10 in the morning. So what I see is a breakout, then a retest, bullish closure, then a bearish candle, retest again, failed to break. And then we got this type of liquidity wick that got below this candle and below that candle and still moved up. So that for me was an indication that there is a lot of buy pressure from this level and my support to form level is going to hold. That's why I took a trade from here, boom. My SL is just below this wick. And then I took my first profits at around here, a little bit lower actually, like a 1-to-1. Boom, right here. I took my first profits and I took my second profits around here. And then I'm leaving a small runner now, so that's still running. So with all that back in mind, I opened my trade. Because everything was bullish at the moment. We had this kind of consolidation move. If you look at the lower time frames as well, it was consolidation, small candles, but didn't have the volume to break up. So now it was like pre-London session, so the volume should come in. And after this liquidity wick, it moved up, it broke, I entered the position. After this one was all broken, so we have this one over here, broke below above its high, then this one opened and broke above. When it broke above this high, so let's move this up a bit, boom. When it broke this high, I was managing my risk and putting myself to break even. And why? It made a wick down, then it came up, broke the high, even consolidated a little bit above there. So if this candle would have been consolidating and pushed back below, there's a high chance, in my opinion, that there's not enough volume to push through, and we are just going to fall down and go below this candle, and my full SL will be hit. So that's where I managed my risk a little bit. Then took my profits around here, boom, and my trade was just below this previous wick, so it was already at around break even. So that's beautiful. The trade worked out perfectly. gained another healthy, like how much did I do? Let's have a look. Gain another healthy 1.5% locked in already with a really small runner left. And now we're going to see where it's going to end up. So yeah, that's the breakout video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Ciao.